What is going on, everybody? We are finally digging into the new Volvo to figure out what needs to be done to take the whole rear cradle out of this to weld the diff for my LS Volvo. So we have it up in the air now. I got the rug underneath to work in luxury. And I'm gonna wrap these tires off so we can see what we're working with, and we'll get underneath the thing. We are underneath the rig now, and this is a big two-piece aluminum cradle. As you can see, there's 2 bolts there, 2 bolts there, and that separates from that upper cradle. If you can see, right there, 2 pieces. So what we're gonna do is drop this lower piece of the cradle with the diff in it. Gotta disconnect the drive shaft bolts. These 2 big ones here go all the way through to the upper cradle to hold it. And then we're gonna have to take off this one big control arm bolt here. The upper control arm will take the caliper off, the brake caliper, and we should be able to take this whole, lower cradle, lower control arm, diff, the whole dealio down in one. So we're gonna start tearing into this and taking first mainly drive shaft bolts, 4 Allens up there, and the brake caliper and e-brake cable off.
When in doubt,
Cody's in here with
break it out.
a freaking massive breaker bar.
This thing works awesome.
Hopefully it works.
Oh yeah. Oh, see?
Oh, did it work the balls?
Oh yeah, of course.
Look at that. The first pull went easy. You know this diff's gonna be on no time.
Don't say that.
I know.
You screwed us.
We're boned.
Oh,
Don't
see.
punch me. That would suck.
Oh, whoops. No, see, we got to rotate for that one. That's not in there enough.
All right, let's put in neutral.
Oh yeah.
All right, I'm gonna put the car in neutral so we can rotate the drive shaft. The caliper bolts came out super easy. So now I'm just gonna pry this off here. Decent, dude. This came off wicked easy, Cody. Now I'm just gonna put this right there, and that honestly is where it's gonna live, I think, for most of this. And I'll take these pads because, these will come in use one day. Cody had to leave, but he got the drive shaft bolts out. Decent. And what I had to do was I took this one all apart because I wasn't sure how to get the e-brake cable off. And this e-brake was smoked anyways. There's nothing there, so I don't need that. But what I found out is that I had to disconnect the e-brake linkage right here. It's like a little, like a hook thing, and then it goes into the linkage piece right there, and same with the other side. And then all you do once you have the linkage disconnected is you grab it from here and you just pull it out. And you're good to go, because the problem with that was it went through this upper piece, and I have to split the upper piece there from the lower piece to get the whole diff out. So I have the e-brake pieces out, which is great. That side's already pulled out. Now I have to pretty much just start taking bolts out and kind of see how this thing drops, I think. Because I have the drive line, the drive shaft disconnected. I have the brake calipers off on either side. So I'm just gonna get under there and start, pulling some bolts out, and we'll see where that gets us. So here's the situation, lads. I have every bottom cradle bolt out right now. They're all right there, holding this differential in. It's starting to slide apart a little bit. I don't know if you can see the dowels are coming out. And the only thing holding this all on, I'll have to take that off too, but otherwise the only thing holding this all on is going to be that upper control arm. And this whole diff right here should kind of pivot down, and yeah, we'll be able to see what we're working with. So we'll take that final thing out and we'll lower this jack. It started to come down. It's definitely moving, but I didn't realize that my sway bar here is blocking, you know, the whole front like housing of this, the whole like cradle. So I have to remove the sway bar, and it's kind of in a crappy spot, you know, like everything. What isn't in a crappy spot? It is, you know, top bolt to get the sway bar down is right in there. Kind of dark. But the tool for the job is this beast, because it fits in there. And I'm gonna, you know, get that bolt out and we're gonna drop this beast. I have both the sway bar nut and bushings off now. And in theory, we should be able to grab this sway bar right here, give it a yank, like so. I might have to disconnect it because I can bring it down, but I can't really rotate it. Honestly, I'll just brap the two bolts off in that control arm right there and just take it off so I'm not dealing with it. Alright. The sway bar is out. Now we can kind of see what's going on here. Why this thing isn't coming down. It seems like it's still up there. The upper control arm may be the only thing preventing this from falling off. I have literally everything over here disassembled. I thought I could get away with keeping my shock on, but I had to take the shock off, and it's really starting to come down now. I'll have to take off the driver's shock, but I think that is what's going to release us here. So let's brap that off. Give it a good kick. We got one wire right here. Gotta brap that off. I guess we're there, huh? All right, plug disconnected. There we go. I think my drop light broke though. Bummer, dude. Well, there she is. The diff is out. Let's pull this thing back a little bit. Oh, big girl. Yeah. Nice. Hell yeah. Success! I slid the diff out here into the sunlight, and I am super stoked, everybody. Like, for the first drift event, I think what I'm going to do is just weld this diff and then put it in that car. And then ultimately, I want to build a hydraulic e-brake bracket because I need to mount a second, sorry, let me get on the other side so you have better light here. I need to mount a second brake caliper which normally mounts there. I hope you can see it's so dark. So I need to mount a second one somewhere. So I'm gonna build that on this cradle, and I'll paint this up, build my brackets, make it all nice, and then put this whole cradle with the hydraulic e-brake brackets set up and all painted and beautiful in that car after the fact. But it'll have the welded diff in, and just swap the diff. Because this whole thing comes out, as you can see, in a huge aluminum cradle. There's no way to take the diff out without taking this cradle out. So it kind of just makes sense to, have it out and be able to work on it, and that diff will be welded. Everything just is perfect, honestly. Like, the parts Volvo is coming in clutch right now. I'm pretty excited. I fired up the LS Volvo because I was just so excited. She's gonna love it! When you have an LS and just a clapped out LSD, it does not work, and I'm super stoked that I have this one to weld everybody, because this is an LSD and my first diff I ever welded, so I'm a little bit nervous with being an LSD. It's gonna be difficult. I know it's easier to weld an open diff, but we're gonna dig into this super soon because I want to freaking have a welded diff in the LS Volvo. It needs it so bad. So bad. I'm so excited though. She's running beautiful. Everything's doing good. The exhaust dump still sounds amazing. She's just a demon. Make sure to stay tuned, everybody. We're gonna be welding the diff real soon, and I will see you in the next one. Peace!
Why self-life? We got London on the track.